Hey students, good to see you all. Welcome back. We're going to be working in our garden journal again today, and we're going to be doing an activity called Zoom In, Zoom Out. And it gives us a chance to find a plant and really look at what that plant looks like at a bigger level where we get to see all the shapes and the structure and the form, and then to be able to zoom in and see up really close all to the teeny tiny details, and be amazed really at what we can find. So the materials that we need for this activity are our garden journal, a hard surface so that we can do our drawing outside. I've got a hardcover book that I'm using, and then just our pencil. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and find a plant somewhere outside that is around the same size as your garden journal. So I'm actually set up right by a plant that I've found. It's pretty cool. It's actually, there's two of them here, and they're growing in a little crack. There must be just a touch of soil down there, right next to the wall of a building by my house. In my journal now I've got a page labeled Zoom In, Zoom Out. And to start, we're going to do a zoom out drawing of our plant that we've found. So that means that we're going to be looking at our plant, and we're going to be trying to draw the entire plant. Now remember, you want it to be about the size of your journal, so it's not a huge plant like a tree. This one's just a little plant here. So the way that I would draw it is I'm going to draw the outline of the plant first, and then I'm going to fill in whatever is inside the outline. And I'm remembering that I'm doing a scientific drawing, not a symbol drawing. So I finished my zoom out drawing, and again I started by doing the outline, and then I filled in some of the details. So now I'm going to move on to my zoom in portion of this activity, which means I need to pick a part of the plant, and I'm really going to zoom my focus very close to it, just like I'm doing with this video here, and then I'm going to make a drawing of it. So as we're zoomed in on this particular plant, you can notice an enormous amount of details that I was not able to pick up on my zoom out drawing. So I'm going to pick one of these parts. This is the bud of one of the flowers, and I'm going to do as detailed a drawing as I can of it. So now I've completed my zoom in drawing, and what I did was I drew a little arrow from the part of my picture that I was zooming in on, which is again one of the flower buds of this plant here. And then I drew that part of the plant pretty darn big, and I made sure to include lots of details. So when I looked in really closely, I noticed that there were these little, what appear to be bugs on the flower bud, and one is really cool, actually, that big black one, and then there's like little white ones all over, and then up at the top you can see the little flower trying to come out of the bud. So I drew a nice big picture of that part of the plant, and included all those little details. Now that you guys have gotten to do the zoom in, zoom out activity, my hope is that it can change the way that you look at the things around you. Maybe when you're inside or outside or walking on the street or wherever, you take a moment to slow down and really look carefully at some of the plants or really anything around you. And notice all those little magical teeny details that you find when you stop and take the time to look carefully. And perhaps you even share with someone, family, friend, whoever, this new way of looking at the world that you are working on.